You good? No? You gonna make it?
Breathing.
Incoming right there.
This week, I want to talk about less lethal protection. All right, we're going to talk about the Byrna pistol. All right, but before I do, I want to let you guys know if you want to support our channel, you can go over to Patreon, patreon.com/tactical rifleman. You can support us there. Lots of great content that you get that you're not going to get on the open internet. So check us out, patreon.com. All right, Byrna pistol. It's got a lot of awesome features to it. First off, the company, Byrna, they are famous for their less lethal products. We did a video a while back on less lethal shotgun shells, lots of different stuff, and they actually make a less lethal shotgun shell. Fires, comes off, the sabot breaks away, and it leaves this nice little bomb with a rubber tip on it, and it hurts like hell when you get hit with it. Fin stabilized on the back, so it's very, very accurate. Very popular with your prison guards and stuff. Thought it was pretty cool. All right, maybe I just like it because the bomb resembles Fat Man, the nuclear bomb dropped on Nagasaki. But you know, what do I know? What do I know? Anyways, one of their cool products. Some of the other cool products they do are based on OC balls. What I mean by that are your paintballs, except they're filled with your pepper spray or your OC/CS tear gas. And they make different pistols, they make different rifles for it and everything. And again, very, very popular with law enforcement and prison systems, stuff like that. So what the product I want to talk about is made for you guys, the concerned citizens that want to become capable citizens, called the Byrna SD pistol, as SD for self-defense. All right, it's basically a paintball gun. Nada. This is not a paintball gun. This thing runs at 349 feet per second. And those balls are hauling ass. You get 35 shots per CO2 cartridge. It's easy to swap the CO2 cartridges, but basically it comes with 2 magazines. You take that magazine that's already in it, you empty that magazine at the perpetrator threat, whatever it is. You've got an effective range of 80 feet. You need an extra mag, tac mag reload, put that next mag into it, and you've got more rounds. You don't have to worry about swapping CO2. I think that's kind of cool. No background checks, no permits required, very interstate travel friendly. Now, some of you are saying now, why me? Why me? Now, honestly, I would prefer to carry a real firearm. That's just me. But let's say you work in a place that does not allow you to carry a firearm. You have to travel somewhere where firearms are not allowed. Maybe you're out in the wilderness hiking, but you're in a part of the wilderness where there's dangerous game, whether it's grizzly bears, mountain lions, stuff like that. Think bear spray type stuff, all right? Maybe you're around riots, all right? Maybe you're traveling, you've got to travel through a certain part of the city and you know the possibilities there for riots breaking out. If it's okay for law enforcement to use this, it's popular with them, this would be a popular way for you to, again, help defend yourself in a riot situation. Now, and then self-defense, obviously, I'm going to caution you a bit on self-defense, but I'll come back to that. First, I want to take a look at the ammo. All of their ammo, they're ultrasonically welded, very, very thin walls, and they're pre-cut so that you're going to get maximum dispersion delivering that powder that's on the inside of it. What do I mean by maximum dispersion? What I'm talking about is, let's say that perpetrator's hiding behind a wall or behind a bar in a kitchen or something. The law enforcement can fire just up against the wall behind them and that cloud will come back around the barricade. Does that make sense? Somebody hiding behind a barricade, you're still going to be able to deliver that cloud of pepper spray to it. So first ball I want to show is the actual Byrna pepper. I think I got the right ones here. Red and black, easy to ID these things, and they have got your OC pepper You like in your pepper spray that all the girls have on their keychains for self-defense. All right, so that's their OC. Those are the ones that are popular with law enforcement. All right, these are the ones I really like right here. This is called Byrna Max. Now, big, bright blue and gray instead of red and gray. And I got to be careful with these. These puppies right here, they still have the OC pepper spray in them, but they also have CS tear gas powder. And great if you were ever in the military, you went and did the CS gas chamber. It affects your lungs, your whole upper respiratory system, your skin burns and everything. These things are awesome. Next one, the Byrna Pro Training. Right, the Pro Training ones are the same as the other powder ones, except they're white and gray. All right, they're filled with an inert white powder, and it doesn't hurt anybody. You still get to see the effect of the cloud, but it's not going to burn anybody's eyes or anything. Great for training, great for using in training with role players and stuff. Then they have the Byrna Kinetic, right? That's these balls right here. These things are solid and they hurt. These puppies hurt right here. Self-defense, maybe you've got a raccoon that's getting you in your trash cans. Maybe you just want to shoot paper targets around your house like a nutbag. All right. The cool part's they're reusable. They're kind of hard to find outside, but if they're inside, whatever, they bounce around. There is a ricochet threat with these eye pro, ear pro guys, all right? And then they got a couple other ones. They've got the Byrna Eco Kinetic. They're just green colored. They're just like the Kinetic ones. They're solid. They still hurt like hell. They'd be great to use on that raccoon or that possum, whatever, getting in your trash cans. But they're sugar-based and they're biodegradable, so you don't have to worry about picking them up. You don't have to worry about, some seagull eating them or anything. They're as eco-friendly as you can get it. All right, let's talk about the gun. This is not an airsoft gun for airsoft training, all right? This is not to replicate a regular, pistol while you're training in a less lethal situation. This is designed to be a less lethal weapon all by itself. All right, ambi safety on both sides. It takes a standard pistol mag. In other words, the CO2 cartridge is not in the magazine. They're very, very easy to load. Push the ball in the top and the little retainer pops up on it. It's got a light rail up front, kind of dig it. Now the CO2 cartridge is actually inside the pistol right here. All right. Installing it is very, very easy. All you do is drop the magazine out of the gun. On the back of the magazine is a little wrench. You unscrew your lid right there. That cap's gonna come out. All right, screw it out. Dump that old cartridge out of the gun. Put that new one in there. That is a good one. Screw your cap back in. On a lot of airsoft guns, you would screw it in until you hear that pop of it breaking the seal on that CO2 cartridge. You're not gonna hear that here. And the reason for that is because it has a patented pull pierce tech. And what they mean by that is the first time you pull that trigger, it pierces that CO2 cartridge and fires that first projectile. So what that means is you don't have a CO2 cartridge that's already had the seal busted and it's gonna slowly leak over time. The CO2 cartridge stays completely sealed, not gonna leak at all until the moment of truth when you need it, all right? That first time you pull it, pierces, fires that first shot. What this allows is for long-term storage. And I thought that that's a very cool idea because you can leave this in the glove box. You can leave it in that backpack, whatever. I don't care if you leave it sitting there for a year. You can come back a year later and you're still gonna get those 30-something shots out of that one CO2 cartridge. You're not gonna have, oh man, it went dead in storage. There's zero chance of it going dead in storage. Put it away with a unpunctured CO2 cartridge. It's gonna be awesome. All right, let's talk self-defense. All right, now I mentioned, I caution people about think about using this just for self-defense and not considering other weapons, all right? I like to compare it to bear spray, all right? What I mean by that is This has a range of 80 feet, where a can of bear spray has a range of about 50 feet. All right, so let's weigh one against the other. How do you do that? So, well, let's test it. All right, what do you think?
Don't taste good, I'll tell you that.
So what we did was we took our demonstrator out there and we sprayed him with the bear spray first. Now understand, this is OC pepper spray that's at a lower concentration of pepper compared to like what a lot of women have in their self-defense keychains and stuff. And that's because a bear has a more sensitive nose, all right? But it's still bear spray. All right, I have been sprayed in bear spray, a lot of different military schools. I'm here to tell you, it sucks. You can fight through it. That's what we were required to do. They would hose us down, and then we would have to go do force on force with less lethal simunitions, fighting around vehicles and stuff. It sucks. Go.
Oh, is that the pepper one? Yeah. Oh!
That's not very cute here in the mirror.
Take off your glasses. Skin and stuff like that.
It's a lot more pleasant with the eyes closed, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
It kind of,
but
the air hurts.
You need to open those eyes and really
Live it.
live it. Enjoy it. Not that bad though, right? I'm sorry about hitting you in the shoulder, dude.
Oh, I didn't even feel that hardly. I was already spicy in the nose.
Okay.
Yeah, the body armor made it fine. Shoulder hit didn't really hurt. Ooh, God, taking away my voice.
Yeah.
So that's something, yeah, definitely. It takes away the voice unless you're fighting through it.
How's the skin burning? Your neck and arms burning at all?
It's spicy, but it's like a good sunburn. Yep, let's hit it.
Relax for a second. Relax.
Yeah. Yeah, so the first was worse. That one was additionally worse.
The first was worse.
Come on, Brandon. Come on. We did the whole thing again using the Byrna SD pistol. We hit him in the chest with a whole magazine of, we didn't sugarcoat it, we went straight to the Max, the Byrna Max. So the guy was getting OC and CS powder. Personally, I prefer bear spray, but again, I want to give a big thanks to our demonstrator for doing that for us. All right, so the Byrna SD pistol, it is an option, all right? There's some places that a taser doesn't work, all right? They're wearing a lot of thick winter clothing. The electrical prongs don't go through enough of the thick jackets, and a taser just doesn't work. There's a lot of law enforcement agencies that like pepper spray. The problem though is once you've subdued the guy and you've got him in handcuffs, now you've got to deal with a guy completely covered in pepper spray, and you've got, them putting him inside of your cruiser. You're the guy that's you've got to clean that up afterwards. Understand there's a lot of people out there that just physically cannot go hands-on, right? It's not that they won't train in combatives, but they just don't have the physical abilities anymore. A lot of your older people, stuff like that. So sometimes just saying, well, you need to go take martial arts, or you need to carry a knife. You understand that's not an option for a lot of people. It's not. So again, the Byrna SD pistol, this is not a toy, guys. It's got a lot of different ammo options, and what that gives you is less lethal with a lot of different options. All right, and if you're interested in doing training with us, you can go to check it out at tacticalrifleman.com.